Chapter 4. The Monster. Up on the ship, the chain holding the diving bell was swinging about like a piece of string in a gale. "Something's wrong," gasped Iggy. "Quick, bring up the bell." Cripes hit a yellow button on his control panel. The chain clinked and heaved, but the diving bell wouldn't rise. "It's jammed," cried Cripes. "Something's got a hold of it." "I'll boost the power," said Iggy. He fiddled with some wires beneath the control panel. "Try it now." Cripes pressed the button again. This time, the bell began to move up from the seabed. He beamed at Iggy. "You did it!" Iggy and Cripes waited tensely. Finally, the orange diving bell emerged from the foaming waters. Or what was left of it. The bell had been mangled and squashed. Half of it was missing. Altogether. But most worrying of all, it was completely empty. "Tegs and Gypsy," Iggy whispered. They've gone."
"But so has their diving gear," said Cripes, peering inside. "Maybe they got away."
"If they did, they're still too heavy to swim up from the bottom of the sea," wailed Iggy. "We have to find them fast." Cripes clapped his flippers. Two Cryptoclidus sailors in white caps and overalls slithered up to him.
"We need to get a search party down there, guys," said Cripes. 10 of your fastest swimmers, right now."
The two sailors nodded. "Straight away, sir," they cried, and then dashed off. Iggy sighed, wishing the shuttle worked better underwater so he could look for himself. "How long can Tegs and Gypsy stay down there?"
Let me see." Cripes counted on his flippers. "They should have enough air to last 3 hours. After that..."
Iggy looked very glum. "I suppose I'd better tell Arx the bad news," he said.
"We won't just tell him," said Cripes gravely. "We'll show him." He pointed a flipper at the mangled bell. "The undersea camera's still there. We'll take it back with us and see what happened."
"Well, what are we waiting for?" cried Iggy. "Let's get going." Iggy and Cripes found Arx busy working in the storeroom, full of broken subs and wreckage from the floating factory. When the Triceratops heard what had happened to the diving bell, his horns seemed to droop. "Don't worry, Arx. The search party will find them and carry them safely back up to the surface," said Iggy stoutly. "Right, Cripes?"
I sure hope so," said Cripes.
He pulled out the camera from under his cape.
"In the meantime, these pictures should be ready. Let's see what happened down there."
Arx and Iggy gathered round him as he pulled the back off the camera. Inside was a set of pictures, bone dry and crystal clear. Always impressed by a good invention, Arx was about to compliment Cripes on his clever camera, but he lost his voice when he saw what the pictures showed. One showed the massive blue and white monster swimming up to the bell. Another showed its enormous flippers and terrible tail.
"Look at the size of that thing,"
gasped Cripes.
"It's as big as a battleship."
He quickly sorted through more of the pictures. They showed the monster grinning wildly and then tearing through the thick metal of the diving bell. It seemed dead set on getting to Gypsy and Tegs. "It should pick on someone its own size," said Iggy fiercely. Cripes gulped.
"There is no one else its own size."
The second-to-last picture showed Tegs and Gypsy standing on the seabed in their diving gear. They were looking up at the fearsome creature. "No!" Iggy groaned. "I don't want to see what happens next."
"I'm afraid we must,"
said Arx quietly. But the last of the pictures showed only the empty seabed. "Where did they go?" demanded Iggy. "It's like they all just vanished."
"At least there's no sign that they were hurt," said Cripes.
Arx nodded slowly. "And at least now we know that the Lipoplurodon is hiding down there in the deeps," he said. Well, Iggy frowned. "What?"
"Oh, well, back on Earth, it was the biggest, nastiest killing machine in the water," Arx explained. "You're looking at 100 tons of swimming death." It can't be true,"
stammered Cripes.
The Liopleurodon rule those huge water worlds on the edge of the Jurassic quadrant. No one's visited them for hundreds of years. They wouldn't dare.
Maybe not, said Axe darkly, but it seems the Liopleurodon have dared to visit Aqua Minor.
If it is just a visit, growled Iggy. This could be the start of an invasion. But I don't understand.
Cripes started shivering.
A Liopleurodon ship couldn't land here without us knowing about it, and we've been fishing on Aqua Minor for 5 years without any trouble.
Oh, come on, wakey, cried Iggy. He waved the pictures in Cripes' face.
What more proof do you need? There's a Liopleurodon down there. It's been smashing up your factories, eating your subs, and scaring everyone silly. And now, it's got Tegs and Gypsy.